somebody was singing, they were singing about baby Jesus. I'm going to talk about Jesus as well. But I'm going to talk about him a little bit differently than they were singing about him in the manger. Psalm 96, it says, "Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth. Sing unto the Lord, bless his name. Show forth his salvation from day to day. Declare his glory among the heathens, his wonders among all the people. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all gods. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. Honor and majesties are before him. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Give unto the Lord, O ye kindreds of the people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give unto the Lord the glory due to his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts. O worship the Lord in the beauty of the holiness. Fear before him all the earth. Say among the heathens that the Lord reigns. The world also shall be established, that it shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Let the heavens rejoice, and let the earth be glad. Let the sea roar, and the fullness thereof. Let the field be joyful, and all that is therein. Then shall all the trees of the woods rejoice before the Lord, for he cometh. For he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. Take very close attention, verse 13. That's where my subject is coming from. It says, part of 12, it says, "Then shall all the trees of the woods rejoice before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth." My topic today is, the King is coming.
King is coming.
The King is coming. Now the choir just sung a song about how he was in the manger, how he was born here in Bethlehem, but I'm talking about the King is coming. I'm talking about futuristic. It's coming. He's coming. The King is coming. And this psalm, as David wrote here in by the Spirit, he talks about he letting everybody sing to Jesus about his reign, his millennial reign, how he's going to judge the world, how everybody's going to sing the same song. They're going to know the same songs, what to sing to Jesus. But we got to get to this point. This is a build-up. This is a build-up. This is a build-up song. You see, when I say a build-up, this is a song that it starts off kind of slow and low. But by the time you get to the 13th verse, you should be excited. Why? Because the King is coming. It said, "Oh, sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth." Everybody's going to know this song. This is going to be a universal song. In Revelation, it talks about how the angels around God's throne singing song to God. They all know it. They don't have to be taught it. They know it. They says sings all the time, 24 hours a day. There's no time in the day. They continuously singing this song to God. It says, "Sing unto the Lord a new song. Sing unto the Lord all the earth." All the earth. That means everybody, all the Christians, all the believers, from past, present, and future. All the earth. They're going to be together. We're going to be together singing. It's not going to be number one mass choir, two choirs, children's choir. No. We're going to have one major choir singing to God for eternity. That's going to be our job. That's what we're going to do. That's not a job. That's experience for eternity.
Yes.
It says, "Sing unto the Lord, bless his name," not our name. It says, bless his name. Bless his name for what? Show forth his salvation from day to day. Salvation, that's something that he's given you. He's given you. We didn't deserve it. Salvation. Declare his glory among the heathens. his wonders among all people. Declare his glory. We don't get any glory. We don't get no glory. And the heathen means nations, Gentiles. His wonders among all people. What God done for you? What God have done for me? Express that. For the Lord is great and greatly to be praised. He is to be feared above all little gods, little g gods.
Amen.
See, when they say little g gods, that means they made sacrifices. They throw children in fires for God. They gods. They cut themselves for them little gods. We talked about that a little bit when Sunday school, man-made gods. The sorcerers, the wizards, and all that stuff. That's their gods. That's why it's in little g. It's not a big G. So the Lord is great. The Lord, the big L, is great and greatly to be praised. He's deserving of our praises.
Yes, he is.
Just because who he is. The Lord. He is to be feared above all gods, all the little gods. Those things that you possess, those things that we hold precious to us.
Precious and dear to us.
Things that we put before the Lord. Those are our little gods. He's more precious to us than that. He deserves our greatest praise. That's why we come here. We give God the praise. We give God the honor. For all the gods of the nations are idols, but the Lord made the heavens. They didn't make anything. Those gods that man made, they made them. They made them out of stone, wood, charcoal, anything you could think of, granted, they could think of.
Yes.
But the Lord made the heavens.
Yes.
He told Job, where was you when I laid the foundation of the world?
That's right.
Job couldn't answer that. Job, he asked Job 47 questions he couldn't answer. He had to humble Job in a way. But I'm getting away from it. But the Lord made the heavens. He made the heavens. He made everything seen and unseen.
Yes. Yes.
Honor and majesties are before him. His escorts. That's what I call them, his escorts. The honor and majesties are before him, his escorts. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. Now you know it has to be nice and pretty if the Lord resides in there. Strength and beauty. And in the Bible it talks about the vision of heaven, what it was like, what it looked like. It talks about the pearly gates. It talks about all the diamonds and precious jewels that the wall are made out of. It talks about how the rivers look like pure glass, so still and pretty. Look like gold. The trees, it look like so green and beautiful. Everything is perfect. That's the way the Garden of Eden was. It was perfect. But that's his sanctuary. That's where God dwells in. Can you imagine what God dwells in? What kind of place that would have to be? Say, give unto the Lord, O kindreds of people. Give unto the Lord glory and strength. Kindreds of people is what? Your families. Give unto the Lord, O kindreds of people. Give unto the Lord, glory and strength. Give him your glory. Give him your strength. Give him why you be able to do things. Why you be able to body and be able to move. Give him that. Don't wait till you get down and crippled and can't move anything and now you want to go to the Lord. No. You give God glory and strength while you're able to do it. Give it to the Lord, the glory due to his name. Bring an offering and come into his courts.
Yes.
Give unto the Lord the glory due to his name. Honor God. Honor God. Why? Because who he is. Who he's in control. Who's in control of everything. Bring an offering. And come into his courts. Come into his worship. Come into his sanctuaries. Say, oh, worship the Lord in beauty and of holiness, and fear before him all the earth. Come to church expecting holiness.
Yes.
Don't come to church expecting mess. Come to church. When you walk in the doors, you should be holy before you get to the doors. Say, oh, worship the Lord in beauty of holiness. Because why? Because the Lord is holy. We can't come to God any kind of way. Say, fear him all the earth. Say among the heathens that the Lord reigneth, the world also shall be established, that shall not be moved. He shall judge the people righteously. Say among the nations that the Lord reigneth. The Lord over everything. That was the thing he was talking about today. The government gonna be on his shoulders. The world also shall be established that it shall not be moved. Who can move God? Nobody can move God.
That's right.
And he shall judge the people righteously. He can't be bribed. He cannot be bribed.
That's right.
He can't be corrupted.
That's right.
He's a righteous judge.
Yes,
He's an
he
honest
is.
judge.
Yes, he is.
He's perfect judge. He said, let the heavens rejoice. And now this is where everybody rejoices or be happy for the Lord. For what? For his coming. He said, let the heavens rejoice. Let everybody in heaven rejoice. The angels rejoice at his birth. For the shepherds. The angels appeared to the shepherd men. Boom. They rejoicing because why? Because the prophecy was fulfilled that the Jesus would be born by a Virgin Mary in Bethlehem. He said, let the earth be glad. The earth is glad. The earth is sad right now. What kind of sin, what sin has done to it. But once Jesus comes back, the earth is going to be glad again. Why? Because the sin is going to be taken away from it. It's going to be the way it was in Garden of Eden. He said, let the sea roar. The sea get excited. Let the sea be excited for the Lord. I don't know if you ever heard the water really in a real storm, but the water really sounds like it's crashing or making noise when it do that little crest thing.
Yes.
But the rivers, the sea's going to be excited for what? For the coming of the King and the fullness thereof. So let the fields be joyful and all therein and therein. I don't know if you ever seen the fields. I've talked about it before, but the sunflowers where they turn toward the sun and they turn back when the sun is going down in the east. They follow. They joyful and all that therein. That then shall all the trees rejoice. When you see the trees waving in the wind, they're not waving because the wind blows, they're waving because they're happy. Why? Because the King is coming.
Yes.
The King is coming.
Yes.
Said, but before the Lord, for he cometh to judge the earth. He shall judge the world with righteousness and the people with his truth. With his truth.
It's true.
Not our truth, not your truth, but his truth.
It's true.
He said the trees of the woods rejoice before the Lord. They're happy before the Lord, for he cometh. For he coming to judge. That's when they talked about Revelations, they talked about that. They talked about Revelation. He said, and I saw heaven open up, and behold, a white horse, and he that sat upon it, him was called faithful and true. And in righteousness he doeth judge and make war. Revelation 19:11 talks about that. That's the last days. That's the last days of the tribulation. This is what we're waiting on. The King is coming. I'm not going to waste your time long here, but we can get that simple message is the King is coming. Everybody's going to be happy when the King gets here. At least the believers are. The unbelievers not going to be unhappy. They're not going to be happy, but the believers are. And this is a small example. We're going to be doing this. He's going to be singing a song unto the Lord, a new song unto the Lord. Why? Because the King is coming. He said, declare his glory. Why? Because the King is coming. The Lord is great. Why? Because the King is coming. So for the idols, all the gods of the nation are idols. All those in comparison of God is idols. Say the Lord made heavens. Honor and majesty are before him. Why? Because he's the King. Strength and beauty are in his sanctuary. That's his dwelling place. Say, give unto the Lord. Why? Because he's the King. Say, give unto the Lord glory and strength. Give him all you have. Give it to the Lord. Do unto his name. Why? Because that's who you're serving, the Lord. So worship the Lord in beauty and holiness. Why? Because he's a holy God, and we're supposed to be holy. So therefore, we should be serving him, a holy God. Say among the heathen that the Lord reigns, the world shall be established, shall not be moved. Why? Because the Lord is King. He cannot be moved. And he should judge his people righteously. Let the heavens rejoice. Why? Because the King is coming. And let the earth be glad. Why? Because the King is coming. Let the sea roar. Why? Because the King is coming. Let the field be joyful. Why? Because the King is coming. And all that is therein, then shall all the trees of the wood rejoice. Why? Because the King is coming. For he cometh, why? He cometh to judge the earth.
Yes.
He's coming as a judge. He should judge the world with righteousness and his people with his truth. Not my truth, not your truth, some truth that could be bought, paid for. It's the righteous,
Right.
unadulterated truth.
Yes.
Why? Because the king is coming.
Okay.
He's on his way. And just like Revelation 19:11 said, he's on a horse. And when that heaven opened up and that trumpet sound off, it's going to be too late then. The king is coming. Don't put off something that you can do today for tomorrow.
That's
Because
right.
it said in the Bible, in this book, it says, no man know the hour. He's going to come in the thief in the night.
Yeah.
He's coming. So to the ones that think they know when the thief is coming and they can sit up and wait on him, no. No. You don't know when the thief is coming. Just like you don't know, no man know the Lord when the Lord is coming. So you better take your chances now and believe on him now. Because once he's coming, it's too late. Yeah, they got the few days that's going to give you an opportunity. But why wait till then?
Okay.
Know what you know before you go,
Before,
and know what you know now.
no.
The king is coming.
Yes.
He's coming. He's not far away. See the way the world is today. And this Bible tells you, it's in the last days. It's giving you a warning. Giving me a warning. This king is coming. And we don't want to be on the outside looking in. King is coming. Don't miss this opportunity. I'm not going to speak to you long.
Amen.
20 minutes. My message is short and sweet. But the king is coming.
Amen.
King is coming. And always remember that. He said it, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And we don't want to say, well, we thought it wasn't going to happen. No. You have every intention. No. But my thing is, you know it. What are we going to do about it?
Okay.
King is coming. Don't wait till the last minute to join. This is an opportunity to join, to be in the family of God.
Yes.
This is an opportunity to say, God, I need you in my life. This is an opportunity to say, God, I need you in every aspect of my life. This is an opportunity to say, God, I'm a sinner. This is an opportunity to say, I want to be saved. This is an opportunity to say, I don't want to go to hell but not knowing you.
That's right.
This is an opportunity to get to know him. This is an opportunity if you don't want to know him. This is an opportunity to get to know him. The king is coming. He's here. He's going to come here on this earth. And like Minister Dan was talking about, when he ruled, the government going to be on his shoulders.
Yes.
He's going to rule the world like it should have been ran, like in Garden of Eden. But sin took it over because our disobedience. But he's going to make it right for those 1,000 years.
Yes.
So he's coming. But don't forget that. He's coming. Will you be on his side, or would you be on the other side?
Yeah. His side.
On his
His
side.
side. I want to be.
His side. You want to be on his side.
Yes.
You don't want to say to him, you don't want him to say, depart from me, I never
I
knew
know
you.
you not.
The king is coming.
Yes.
And that's what he's going to tell a lot of people. I don't want to be one of those people they tell that.
Amen.
The king is coming. He's coming back as a judge.
Mm-hmm.
They talked about he's coming as a baby. No,
No.
he's coming back as a judge. It's an opportunity to get right with God. There's so many ways to Jesus. There's only one way to God, and that's through his son, Jesus Christ.
Yes.
The death, burial, resurrection of his son, Jesus Christ. You got to believe that. You can't let nobody deter you from that. The king is coming. That same Jesus that was in that manger, he's going to come back as judge. That same one that died on that cross, he's going to come back as judge. That same one that did all those miracles and raised the people from the dead and gave blind eyes, blind people sight again. That same one going to come in a cloud. Everybody going to see him. You don't need Twitter and Instagram and all like that, this Facebook and all like that to see him. Everybody gonna see him. Those cell phones not gonna help you. The king is coming. Don't miss that opportunity.